We all have an inner voice that shapes our emotions, decision-making, relationships, and overall mental well-being. This inner voice allows us to function in the world, make sense of our experiences, and plan for the future. However, when this internal dialogue turns into repetitive negative thoughts, it becomes overwhelming chatter that causes us to lose sight of the positive. We lose our focus and perspective. Zooming out. Becoming a fly on the wall. Chatter happens when we focus too closely on something and it magnifies our rumination, stress, anxiety, and depression. The negative view blocks out alternative ways of thinking about an issue. A way to change our thoughts is to add distance. Visualize yourself and the event from the perspective of a fly on the wall. Changing your view helps you to focus less on the emotions of the experience and instead focus on interpreting the event in a way that leads to insight and closure. Time travel. Another technique is temporal distancing, which involves mentally traveling into the future. When going through a challenging experience, try to imagine how you will feel about it in a month, a year, or 10 years from now. By thinking about the future and not how you will feel today or tomorrow, it helps you gain perspective on your experience. Time travel reminds us that the current emotional state is temporary. Journaling. Write about your experience from the perspective of a narrator. This will provide you some distance. Just write down your stream of thoughts. Distant self-talk. Say your name. When you are talking to yourself, use your own name or use the second person you to refer to yourself. Don't use first person such as I or me. By doing so, it will help you gain some emotional distance. This type of self-talk helps improve your rational thinking. Advise a friend. Another way to talk about your experience is to imagine what you would say to a friend. Imagine your friend is going through the same experience. What advice would you give them? Frame as a challenge. When we are placed in stressful situations, we either determine it as a threat or a challenge. Negative chatter happens when we face a threat, something we can't handle. We catastrophize the situation. Try to reinterpret the experience as a challenge. Encourage yourself that you can handle it, or remind yourself of how you've survived similar situations in the past. This will help your inner voice become more constructive. Normalize it. By realizing other people go through similar experiences, it helps us feel less alone. By normalizing an experience, it can give us relief knowing that other people have gotten through this hardship. When thinking and talking about your negative experiences, use the word you when referring to people in general. This will help you gain perspective. Your environment. Green spaces. The physical spaces we navigate through influence our internal conversations. By spending more time in nature, it helps us to better control our inner voice. If you are unable to get outside and be among trees and grass, try to add more greenery to your environment. Even photos or sounds of nature can help. Seek awe. Awe is experienced when we encounter something that gives us an overwhelming feeling of wonder. We feel as if we are in the presence of something vast, powerful, and indescribable. This feeling makes us feel small and helps us transcend our current concerns. Awe-inspiring experiences are different for everyone. Try to seek out what ignites this feeling for you. Create order. When we feel like we are losing control, it causes our negative thoughts to spiral. To help gain some control back over your thoughts, try to regain control of your environment by creating order. Try tidying and organizing your space. The conversations we have with ourselves affect how we experience and navigate through life. By learning how to control our inner chatter, it provides us with the potential to change our lives.